For generations, the Jedi Order was inextricably linked with the lightsaber, their distinctive weapon that became synonymous and immediately identifiable with the Jedi and the Order's mission to uphold peace and justice throughout the galaxy. For the Jedi Order itself, the lightsaber was the only acceptable weapon its members could utilize, whereby weapons such as blasters were viewed not just as uncivilized, but were outright rejected by the High Council. However, even given this position, there was a group of renegade Jedi Knights who believed that blasters were valid and acceptable weapons to be used by the Jedi, in conjunction with the traditional lightsaber. This ultimately earned these Knights express disapproval from the High Council, and eventually, their removal from the Order entirely. In this video expose, I will describe a group of Jedi who chose to fight with blasters in combat, rather than the Jedi Order's traditional weapon, the lightsaber. During the new Sith Wars, roughly 1,000 years before the events of A New Hope, a Jedi Lord and member of the Jedi Order named Teepo joined Lord Hoth's Army of Light to take up arms against the Sith Brotherhood of Darkness. During the conflict, Teepo ruled over a number of worlds and protected them for years, from the ever-advancing Sith Empire. Teepo was joined by a host of Jedi Knights known as Paladins, who were loyal to him and assisted Teepo in defending his constituent worlds from the Sith. Teepo and his Paladins answered Jedi Lord Hoth's call to rally as the Army of Light, and were critical in defeating numerous Sith strongholds across the galaxy. Teepo and his followers focused on maintaining a strong connection to the Force. This desire pushed them to adorn masks that would enhance and intensify their connection to the Force. Importantly, Teepo and his loyal Paladins came to hold the belief that blasters should be used in combat in partnership with the Order's traditional weapon, the lightsaber. This belief conflicted with the views of the Order stationed upon Coruscant. Following the Jedi and Republic victory in the new Sith Wars, and the passage of the demilitarization reforms that were implemented under the Ruusan Reformation, the Jedi High Council censored Teepo and the Jedi Knights loyal to him for their use of blasters, ultimately conferring upon them the title of Grey Jedi. Because of this suppression by the Council, Teepo and his Paladins who survived the war retreated from Coruscant and removed themselves from the Order. They then practiced their beliefs in peace over the next 1,000 years, which included the belief that the use of blasters, in addition to lightsabers, was acceptable. The Teepo Paladins, who thrived as a separate group outside of the Jedi Order, following the death of Teepo, inspired a further group that broke away from the Teepo Paladins, called the Grey Paladins. These Grey Paladins held and practiced more radical beliefs when it came to their understanding of the Force. While the Grey Paladins accepted that the Force was present in all things and provided life to all things, these descendants of the Teepo Paladins believed that the Force was an influencing aspect to daily living, and that one should live with only a minimal dependency upon the Force. Importantly, what the Grey Paladins shared with the original Paladins was a belief that blasters were acceptable weapons to be used by its members. In fact, many of its members saw the lightsaber as a weapon that was not dependable. However, the Grey Paladins didn't rebuke the use of lightsabers altogether. They merely believed that a Jedi should use the weapon that they felt most comfortable with, including blasters. A Grey Paladin who came to use blasters in place of the lightsaber was Larenth Tarak. She was so accurate in utilizing twin blasters that she could deflect incoming blaster bolts and even destroy incoming shrapnel resulting from an explosion with the bolts from her own blaster. So there we have it, the Jedi who fought with blasters rather than the more traditional weapon, the lightsaber. We love making these videos, so why not subscribe for more fun Star Wars theories and discussions? Also, if you enjoyed the video, think about giving a like or leaving a comment. If not for me, for Gunslinging Jedi.